Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Charles the Bandsman. Welcome you guys to another episode of the DREAMERSPRO show. We cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment. We give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see it. So you guys know one of the most annoying people in all of sports is Nick Wright. He's one of the most insufferable people that we have out there. But for some reason, some people feel like he's somebody that we need to listen to. When in reality, he's not. And today, it looks like Kevin Durant just took a shot at him. A brutal shot at him. But before we even get into KD's post, today's video is brought to you by our sponsor, PrizePicks. It's a scorching sports summer, and you can make all your picks on PrizePicks. Women's basketball and baseball are heating up, and with big tennis slams and major golf tournaments on the horizon, you can make your picks for all these events and more all summer long on PrizePicks, America's #1 sports pick app. I think I'm going to get into soccer this summer with PrizePicks. They're offering everything from group stage winners to goals scored, and I'm excited to watch the big stars from countries like Argentina, Brazil, France, and the US and win money while doing it. What's cool is that I can stack game winners from soccer, NBA, women's basketball, and baseball on top of my player picks for even bigger payouts. And PrizePicks is available in all 50 states, including California, Texas, Georgia, and Florida. The entire summer of soccer is on PrizePicks, all 48 countries and every matchup. And if you rep your side during the tournament on PrizePicks, you could win a trip to the final in New York. It's the biggest tournament ever, which means there's even more opportunities to cash in while you root for your favorite national sides and global soccer stars. Download the app today and use code CLNS to get $50 instantly in lineups when you play your first $5. Download the app today and use code CLNS to get $50 instantly in lineups when you play your first $5. PrizePicks, a preferred partner of the NBA. All right, so I actually thought it said Kevin Garnett, but it's actually KD. So let's get into the post here. This is from NBA Central, and it was viewed 1 million times, posted yesterday. It says, KD takes a shot at Colin Cowherd and Nick Wright. One guy said, this Easy Money Sniper, it says, pack that lame. It says, one has to go, who? And you have Charles Barkley, Shaq, Stephen A., Shannon Sharp, Skip Bayless, Nick Wright, Colin Cowherd, Max Kellerman, and Kendrick Perkins. And he said, Colin Cowherd. On the next one, he said, they asked the same question, and it says, Charles, same people, but pretty much. It says, basketball would actually move forward if Nick Wright wasn't involved. Hold up. And there he has Nick Wright. Nobody respects. Now, let's talk about the Colin Cowherd thing. Colin Cowherd is not as insufferable as Nick Wright, but Colin has this thing of talking out of both sides of his mouth. He'll say one thing and then pretend it's not. Like he'll say that, like for instance with the LeBron James thing, he said that the Lakers were done with LeBron James, and then like 2 days later turned around and jumped on board like, oh no, LeBron left the Lakers. That's what's annoying about Colin. And then on another hand, he'll say something like, Kobe Bryant is not the best player, was never the best player in the world. And then you pull up audio of him on ESPN LA radio talking to Kobe Bryant on the phone, saying, ladies and gentlemen, the best player in the world was on the phone with us, Kobe Bryant. That's what's annoying about Colin Cowherd. In terms of Nick Wright is horrible. Nick Wright is terrible, but I've been saying this for years. All Nick Wright is a LeBron James fanboy, a Clutch Sports media plant. He's even represented by Clutch Sports. So is Chris Broussard and a few others. But Nick Wright's own, the way he rides for LeBron is too much. And you know the thing that's most annoying about Nick Wright? He can't just promote LeBron James and say why he's great. He always has to tear down other people's favorite players in the process. That's his MO, which is kind of like the LeBron media like playbook. That's what they do. He trashes everybody. He is a troll. His most viewed video on YouTube, if you go on YouTube and search the filter most viewed, most popular, it's the video of him on FS1 saying that LeBron passed Michael Jordan in 2016. When NBA fans had already said that the closest thing they ever seen to Michael Jordan in 2017 was Kobe Bryant. But Nick Wright did that. He's a troll. He trolled off of Michael Jordan to basically build his career. That's what he did. People like us built our careers from pushing back on their narratives. That's what he did. He did a top 50 players in the last 50 years. He ranked Michael Jordan the number 3rd player. He's trolling. He has a fringe opinion that he's trying to popularize. He trashes all the. He goes after Kobe. I used to do shows about Nick Wright. I don't even waste my time. I'm not giving him no views. If Nick Wright was working on FS1, you think Nick Wright would be on YouTube and anybody will listen to him? Nobody's listening to this dude. It's because he's on FS1 and he has a job. But if you took away that platform like ESPN, a lot of these dudes would be just out here floundering. And as most of them end up falling off to the wayside, as they do. Because they think, oh, we're going to come into sports, we're going to come on my name. No, it don't work like that, bro. You got to build an audience. You got to put in the work. You can't come up here with your big name. And the only ones that survive are the ones that are still on TV and doing their shows. But if they're no longer on TV, they become irrelevant. They become irrelevant. But that's why he's saying Nick Wright. And mind you, Kevin Durant and Nick Wright have had their back and forths in the past. Let that also be stated. They've had their run-ins in the past. They have. So it's not like as if Kevin Durant is just saying this because he has no reason to say this. No. KD has a reason. They've had their dust ups. The Colin thing I didn't know much about, but the Nick Wright thing I do. And that's all that Nick Wright does. Everything that he talks in terms of basketball always comes back to LeBron James. Every single thing. Everything. Especially when he does those player pyramids, you can see that Nick is just itching to put LeBron at the top of that pyramid every single segment, but he can't. Every single set. Go look back last year at the championship pie and all of that. Go look at how many times he ranked LeBron James high on that thing. That's what he does. Even when Kobe Bryant told LeBron James to be accountable and stop making excuses when he first became a Laker, Nick Wright went on this long-ass tirade against Kobe Bryant. But then when he died, he wanted to come out with his crocodile tears. Save them for those who will believe them. That's why KD going at these dudes. This is the exact, and I don't know how he left Shannon Sharp off the list, because he up there too. Don't forget, Shannon Sharp was with Skip Bayless when they sat there and destroyed Russell Westbrook's career for a good year and a half. Destroyed it, making fun of him to the point where even his wife was like, please, it's enough. And they were like, no, it's not enough. We'll keep doing it. We're going to keep doing it. We're going to keep roasting you. We're going to keep insulting you until your husband plays back. That's Shannon Sharp. So that's why many people don't be feeling bad for him when that back around and come get his ass. That's why a lot of people don't feel bad for him. But of course, we all know Nick Wright is terrible. We all know this. Now, I don't watch him for other sports like baseball or football or anything like that. I don't watch him for any of that stuff. But when it comes to his basketball takes, his takes are insane. You have Michael Jordan ranked as the third greatest player. You sound insane. And the person you have at number one, so he has he said he has Kareem in between LeBron. Like, the dude is insane. And he does it for rage bait and to troll. That's what he does. That's why he always gets a KD. At no point in time was Kevin Durant ever better a basketball player than LeBron. This is the same Nick Wright that said at no point in time was Kobe Bryant ever the best player in the league. And it's all bull. It's all bull. This is their legacy.